Ladies as well as gentlemen, Papa Boris here, playing some more Cook Serve Delicious. I'm actually not going to play every single day of this game. This game is very grindy. You have to go 20 days at each star level in order to make it to the next star level. And that's one of the things I'm looking forward to. Like I said in the previous video, the guys who's developing this is going to implement like a yum system where you can progress through the game more quickly if you're good instead of having to grind out 20 days at each star level. So I'm going to go ahead and skip past some of the grind, but we're going to do one more day here since the buzz is high and it's actually kind of interesting. One of the main things here, we want to take a look at chicken. So I'm going to keep steak always in my menu as long as humanly possible. We'll take out lasagna to reset its menu route, and we're going to put chicken in. Now, I really wish it would show you, how, like for the menu rot foods, the ones that, you know, you can't keep on your menu every single day. I wish it would show you how many days it's been in, because sometimes you can lock yourself out. Like, let's say you have 4 menu rot foods and 3 of them are in your menu. If you keep them all in your menu, then what happens is on the 3rd day they all have menu rot. You have to take them all off and you don't have enough foods to put in. Whereas if you swap one out after the 2nd day, you can kind of keep things going for a little bit longer. So if you like quit the game and come back, it's kind of hard to remember. Like right now, obviously I know I'm making these videos back to back. I know that steak was in there once and lasagna was in there once, but like if I were to leave and come back, I'm like, well, was chicken here once or was chicken here twice? I don't know. So anyway, we'll keep steak in. It'll get menu rot the next time. Chicken will be fresh, and of course, chicken. Even like 2 years later, I have people on my channel telling me about the chicken and Cook Serve Delicious because it was just so memorable. So we're gonna start with soup. KWU. Don't put the seasoning in the chicken soup. Don't put the chicken in the other soup. Got some trash here. By the way, for trash, I feel like you don't need to put it on L. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, season. Yeah, that's the chicken. Yeah. If you weren't watching this channel before, that's probably like way overhyped, and you're like, who even gives a shit about that? But it was fun times back in the days. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, for the trash, I feel like you don't need to do JL, you don't need to space your fingers out, because you don't need to put a key in the middle. There's no like key you have to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, season. You don't need to like hit a key in the middle of your J's and your L's. So just pressing JK a bunch of times. Oh, this is the hard one. Just don't put chicken in it. And again, I'm doing it from memory, but you can just press the spacebar to go over to the 2nd page of ingredients and see what everything is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, season. And that way you just don't have to remember it all. Now, once you upgrade soup, you know, there'll start to... Oh, that's so much better. Oh, my God. Oh, that's so much better with an L instead of the K. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, season. Gotta say it out loud, otherwise I miscount my keystrokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, season. Ooh, check out that nice big tip I got. $8. That was great. So this is what I'm talking about. Notice how I have a bunch of foods cooking now? So that means more customers aren't coming in this rush hour. If I had foods that were insta-serves, I could get greater customer throughput and potentially make some money. I haven't done any math. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, season. The math would be kind of hard to do. I think it's prohibitively difficult and not really worth it. So I don't know if you actually make more money having like more instant foods, even if it means having foods that have a lower selling price. But it's something to consider. So like in this case, you know, one reason that I like salad, even though salad's a short-term food and it's not going to take you all the way to the end of the game, is that in the short term, it's an $8 food that sells instantly, which just maybe helps you make a bit more money. Yeah, I really don't remember that overhang on the whole screen. That is really distracting. It like stops me from seeing what I'm doing. Or I could just not be remembering. Trash, by the way, you kind of have to wait for the animation, so you can't just spam J and K the way that you can for the other stuff. Alright, ranch and cheese. Ooh, got another $8 tip. So yeah, that's the boost called the Big Tipper. I think any food can give you tips, but foods that have the Big Tipper perk give you more tips. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe you only get tips from foods that have the Big Tipper. Not sure. BMG! Love that one. That's the best one. No skill required on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, season. No skill required. Just spam all the buttons that are in the menu and you're good to go. Oh, 2 times in a row. BMG! What does BOMG mean? Like bomb OMG? Oh my god, bombs. Butts, oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, season. Alright, so yeah, I've just done these recipes so many times, I memorized them, so I don't even have to tab over to the 2nd page. But again, don't let that discourage you from getting soup if you're a new player, because even as someone who's brand new, just practice it once or twice in the game menu, which you should really do for all the foods. I've had such hilarious mishaps, being like, oh, this can't be that hard, and then just like failing horribly. I know it feels weird to practice a video game. It doesn't take that much time. It's like a minute is all you gotta do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 season. Is just all you gotta do to make sure that you can like make it without totally fucking everything up. I got the hard recipe there. This one's hard because it requires a lot of chopping. Definitely the chicken noodle soup, which only requires the celery to be chopped, is easier. And one thing that's cool about soup that I didn't mention before, okay, hang on, is that some of the recipes that you get when you upgrade it actually are really easy. There's one that requires like no chopping. So in a way, like as you upgrade the food, it gets easier to make in some cases. Like the more that you upgrade soup, the less often that obnoxious recipe comes up that has you chop 3 different ingredients. I forgot what I'm missing. Tomatoes. So then it actually makes it easier. Season, because you don't have to do all that chopping quite as much. There's one recipe later on that's just like SPBC, and then that's it. You just like put it in there. And that's way easier than all this chopping, and right now I'm chopping like all these vegetables like 50% of the time. Alright, got some chicken soup here. Take the edge off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, season! 1, 2, 3, juice! Some people might be wondering, Boris, why aren't you playing on a higher difficulty level? The higher difficulty level I think just warps the game too much. It just gets like super fucking crazy. It gives you a gigantic buzz boost, so like it doesn't even matter about buzz on your foods. And yeah, it's super hard, but what I would much rather have is what it sounds like is going to be in the second game, which is that just like you play on the normal mode, and if you play really well, you get your stars faster. Which makes sense, right? Like, why should I have to go grind 20 days to get my next star? Which is the same as someone who's completely sucking it up, if I'm doing much better and making a lot more money and upgrading all the food and everything. So, I do like that I think it should be more modular. 1, 2, 3, juice. Oh man, I miss the lasagna. I miss the lasagna a lot. So much fun to suck cocks right. Please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, season. Man, am I gonna have titles that are like really like raunchy in nature? Like, am I gonna put sucking cocks? I haven't made the video yet. You've already seen it, I guess, but I don't know if I'm gonna make the first video, please suck cocks right. And then this one's gonna be like butts, oh my god. And people are gonna be like, what the fuck is this series? Oh, this is not everything, it's a lot of things. Gotta be careful here. Ranch, cheese, bacon, croutons is one thing, onions, peppers is one thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, season. To end the day. I almost let those dishes go away, which would have been really stupid. Well, as long as I don't accidentally hit the 4 key, or I accidentally tenderized it one too many or one too few times, or forgot the seasoning, we're gonna have another perfect day here. Notice we got a lot more things sold. I think the first day, I can't remember, it was like, what, 47 or something? Here we had 55, and that was because we had the higher buzz. And that does mean that we made, you know, 60 more bucks or so. And of course we're going to get another 250 bucks, so that's cool. So like these perfect days, it was just like, it's like I worked an extra day without having to do anything. Like I make like 460, you know, $408 a day. 2 perfect day bonuses is 500 bucks. It's like an extra day. It's like a little more than an extra day at this point. And keep in mind, that's with me having the temporary 30% buzz boost, which is going to go away soon and make me very, very sad. With me having that buzz boost and using the most highest selling foods possible, good grammar, Boris, I'm still making less in one day than 2 perfect day bonuses. So it just really warps the game like that. Someone just giving me free money? Yeah, I think that always happens. And then we got all this spam. I always buy the spam filter here because it's just annoying to go through this stuff. So upgrades, I don't think I can upgrade anything yet. I don't know if this is a set order, if it's random, but whatever it is, right now I got beer and fried chicken, which are shitty foods that I'm not going to buy for a long time. So I don't really care about that, but of course you always want to upgrade your foods as soon as you can. Well, in the next video, I think I got enough money to buy a new food now. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and get some fish. Fish does kind of lag behind a little bit on the selling price. It's only 6. But then again, so does pizza and hamburgers. Pizza is hard. It does go up to 25. So eventually it does surpass fish and chicken. So it is a good end game food. Plus it's got temporary buzz boost, permanent buzz boost, big tips. It's got some stuff. that is nice, and it doesn't have too many detractors, just the fatty and the rats. And of course the menu route, which pretty much everything has. So pizza is a good food mechanically, but earlier on, I don't want to like buy a food that sells for 6, and then upgrades once to 8, and then I have to like wait until the very end before it's actually finally competitive. Same with burgers, actually. They start off really cheap, they go up to 8, just like pizza does, and they kind of lag behind until eventually in the 5-star level they're finally worth having in the end game. But burgers are great because burgers, it's just like a weird quirk of the universe. Like all the ingredients start with a different letter. If it weren't for that, burgers would be just as annoying as nachos, pasta, and pizza because there's bajillions of recipes. But because the ingredients start with different letters, they're really quite simple. Plus, the cool thing about burgers is every now and then you get an insta-serve burger, like bacon, lettuce, tomato, like a BLT. People put that on there. You just serve it right away. It doesn't require any grilling. But anyway, yeah, we're not going to worry about those yet. But the fish I want to get because it's simple. It sells pretty decently. The fish, when you upgrade it one time, it gets competitive right away, unlike burgers and pizza, which lag for a while. So we're going to buy the fish. And let's go ahead and set my menu for the next day as well. So we got to take off steak and put on some fish. And I got to choose between chicken or lasagna. Chicken, I could go another day with it, but I'm actually going to put lasagna on because it just sells for more. And it's not that much harder to press PSCR, which is 12 keystrokes 3 times. So 12 keystrokes versus the chicken, which is 7 keystrokes. And I find that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 season is more annoying than just PSCR 3 times because of the variety. I find it easier to do. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. So that's set. I got to try to remember I've already set the menu so I can just start the next video right away. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care, everybody.